What do you want most out of life? If you stop and think about it, the answer is usually simple. You want to be happy. You want to feel like your life matters. You want a sense of peace and fulfillment. This is a universal human ache. It's the quiet question that keeps us up at night. It's the driving force behind our biggest decisions. We believe there's a key out there that will unlock complete satisfaction. We spend our lives searching for it. We chase the next achievement. We chase the next relationship. We chase the next purchase. This search is part of what makes us human, a God-given impulse. You were not designed to simply exist. You were made for purpose. That restlessness is not a flaw. It's a feature. It's a homing beacon calling you toward your true north. Everyone, from the richest king to the most humble servant, feels this pull. Background, culture, age, none of that changes the question, why am I here? The problem is not the search. The problem is where we search. The things of this world were never meant to satisfy the eternal longing in your heart. King Solomon was a man who had everything. He was the wisest and richest man who ever lived. If anyone could find satisfaction in what the world has to offer, it was him. He embarked on a great experiment to find the meaning of life. He pursued pleasure with all his might. He built magnificent houses. He planted beautiful vineyards. He amassed incredible wealth, with more gold and silver than any king before him. He had everything a person could possibly desire. He denied himself nothing. He concluded his experiment by saying, "I have seen all the things that are done under the sun. All of them are meaningless, a chasing after the wind." This is a powerful lesson for us today. More money, a better job, a bigger house, a more exciting life. We are bombarded with advertisements that promise happiness if we just buy their product. We scroll through social media and see pictures of people who seem to have it all together. This creates a constant sense of dissatisfaction with our own lives. We begin to believe the lie that if only I had what they have, then I would be happy. We start chasing the mirage of more, convinced that satisfaction is just over the next hill. The good news is that there is an answer, but it is not found under the sun, in the things of this world. Our culture promotes a message of self-fulfillment. It tells you to look within for the answers. It encourages you to be true to yourself and follow your heart. The focus is almost entirely on the self. The goal is to make yourself happy, to build your own kingdom, and to serve your own desires. This philosophy sounds empowering, but it ultimately leads to a dead end. A life that is all about me will always feel small and empty. Why? Because you were not created to live for yourself. You were created for connection. You were made for a purpose greater than your own personal happiness. Think of it like this. A light bulb has a purpose: to give light. But it cannot fulfill that purpose on its own. It needs to be connected to a power source. It can be the most beautifully designed light bulb in the world, but if it is not screwed into a socket, it is just a useless piece of glass. In the same way, you were designed with a specific purpose, but you cannot fulfill it on your own. You need to be connected to your Creator. You need to be connected to other people. Your heart was not designed to be a shrine to yourself. It was designed to be a channel of God's love to the world. Let's get practical. Let's get practical. Many people pour their lives into their work, believing it will give them a sense of identity and worth. They work long hours, climb the corporate ladder, and sacrifice time with their families, all in the hope that their career will bring them fulfillment. A good job is a blessing from God, but your job is not your life. Your work is your contribution, but it is not your identity. Another common place we look for fulfillment is in our families. If I can just find the right person to marry, then I will be complete. Or we believe that having children will finally give our lives meaning. Loving your family is one of God's greatest gifts. Relationships are essential to a meaningful life, but no single human being can meet all of your needs. It is unfair to place the burden of your ultimate happiness on your spouse or your children. They are human, and they will let you down. They were never meant to be your God. They were meant to walk with you toward God. Even the pursuit of a long life, which seems like a universal good, cannot satisfy us on its own. We invest so much in our health. We eat right, we exercise, and we go to the doctor. Your heart will remain restless until you find your rest in the one who created you for a purpose far greater than any earthly pursuit. So the reason nothing under the sun can ultimately satisfy you is simple. You were not made for just this world. You were made for eternity. God has set eternity in the human heart. Deep inside you there is an awareness that this life is not all there is. There's a built-in longing for something that lasts forever. Temporary pleasures always leave you wanting more. You are trying to fill an eternal void with temporary things. It's like trying to fill the Grand Canyon with a shovel. It won't work. This hunger for eternity explains so much about our human experience. It explains why we're fascinated by stories of heaven and the afterlife. It explains why we grieve so deeply when we lose someone we love. It explains why we strive to leave a legacy that will outlast us. We are trying to touch eternity. We're reaching for a significance beyond our short time on this planet. This desire was placed in you by your Creator. He wants you to seek Him. Think of the most beautiful sunset you've ever seen, the feeling of holding a newborn baby, the awe at the edge of the ocean. In those moments you glimpse something bigger than yourself. That emptiness is a holy hunger, a sacred thirst. It's God's invitation to seek the eternal. One of the biggest obstacles to finding fulfillment is the reality of pain and suffering. Life is hard. You will face struggles, you will experience loss, you will have setbacks. It's easy to look at the hardships and conclude life is meaningless. It's easy to become bitter and cynical. You might ask, if there is a loving God with a purpose for my life, why is there so much pain? This is an honest question everyone grapples with. The Bible does not shy away from this reality. It's filled with stories of people who suffered deeply. The key is, your struggles are not meaningless. God can use the most difficult experiences in your life for good. He doesn't waste a hurt. Your greatest ministry will often come out of your deepest pain. Struggles can equip you to help others in similar situations. Your pain can give you compassion and empathy you wouldn't have otherwise. God can redeem your suffering for a purpose far greater than you can imagine. He can turn your tests into a testimony. It's like a diamond being formed. Know that no matter what you face, your life is in His hands, and He has a purpose for it all. If the things of this world, under the sun, cannot bring lasting satisfaction, where do we find it? The answer is that we must look beyond the sun. We must look to the one who created the sun. True, lasting satisfaction is found only in a relationship with God through His Son, Jesus Christ. This is the central message of the Bible. It's the good news that your search for meaning has an answer. You were created by God and for God, and until you understand that, life will never make sense. You were made to know Him, to love Him. A relationship with God provides the three things you have been searching for all your life. First, it gives you a clear purpose. Your purpose is to know God, to make Him known, to love Him with all your heart, to love your neighbor as yourself. Second, it gives you an unshakable identity. Your worth isn't based on performance or approval. Your worth is that you are a beloved child of God. He created you, He loves you, and He has a plan for you. This identity can never be taken away. Third, a relationship with God gives you an eternal hope. Because of what Jesus did on the cross, you can have assurance of eternal life in heaven. Your search is not for a what, but for a who. You are looking for God, and the amazing news, He is looking for you.